Greetings all, Shardvixen here, and this is Rambling 101. Okay, so this is where I just kind of talk, like, not with any real purpose, I guess. So I did my hair with straws. Seen this video called something about Daddy Does Hair or something like that, and showed how they use straws on this little girl to make little ringlets. It's very cool. It worked really well. At the end of its little hair thing, oh, I look like a poodle. I'm trying different doggy-like styles to see if I like them, I guess. Also, I'm trying a new tripod. This is the tripod I got for $5. I'm not sure that it's going to be my vlogging one. I may go back to my octopusy little one for it. Nothing seems to satisfy me. Must be my age. So things to talk about. Well, let's see. Some of the things I'd talk about would be on a vlog anyway. Like, I'm going to talk about dating at my age. Though dating, for me, has always been a bit of a problem. So, because either people really like me, or people don't like me. It's like this weird spectrum of how people treat me. And then sometimes people act like they like me. Their body language, will indicate that they like me and want to talk to me. But their verbalness will be push away. And then I get people who really, their verbalness matches their body language and they're right in my space. So, I'm sure that'll be a vlog down the road. I can tell you that my pain level has been kind of high and my mental health has been on the verge of anger constantly. That is a sign of depression, is when you feel angry all the time. It's more of a childlike depression, but if your brain gets stuck in a development stage, you have that a lot. And I'm not really happy with my therapist at this point in time. Hopefully he's not watching this. Anyway, let's see, what else? My channel's kind of moving along. I'm going to start working on Shardvixen's magnificent channel pretty soon, now that I have a tripod and I've moved my studio downstairs. So that's what you see in the background, is the stairs. And so I'm going to have more room. So I'm hoping that we'll do some crafting, because I got this tripod. It's not the best tripod in the world. Better than some tripods, but it holds up height and it holds the tablet so that you can do the side downward, and that really works for my animation too. The little octopusy one doesn't work very well for that. It works better for this straight online vlogging or straight online for my gaming. I got a capture card. Haven't set it up yet because I had to move. We got a new TV set, so we had to move things around. So I have some game systems down here with me, and some game systems are up stairs. Let's see, what else? But anyway, so the channel kind of moving forward. Lily and Lloyd, though, have kind of taken this weird dive. Part of the reason is the cats, for whatever reason, decide they really like the backdrop and have mangled parts of it. So I have to redo that. And if I'm going to redo that, my goal had been to redo my puppets. The puppets I did were just for, the beginning time. But we're coming up on a year now that I've been working on Lily and Lloyd, so it's kind of time to figure out what I'm going to do with that. The idea behind Lily and Lloyd was that Lily and Lloyd would be doing comments and questions and some weird random stuff. Like, they would take up, like, a puppet stuff. There was stuff I wanted to do as puppets, and then stuff I wanted to do as animation. And some of the puppet stuff was my Bobby Joe really wants me to do the impossible quiz. And so instead of me and him doing it, I thought we'll do Lily and Lloyd could do the impossible quiz. So I have to decide, do I want to use the little puppets I have right now, or do I want to use make bigger puppets? The only reason I haven't gotten to the bigger puppet stage is because I have a book on how to make puppets, because you can download it and print it, but I have no printer. And I have a book already, I think, that teaches me how to make puppets. So I have to find the book, and that is in the oh no zone in the garage. So that'll be a problem. Also, I want to incorporate little smiley faces and happy emoji for you guys so you know how I'm feeling. Because, I know I sound bad. I'm still at the croup in my throat and I sound blah. But the goal is to get Shardvixen's costume finished, which will include a shirt with my logo on it and my beautiful tutu, which is still being finished. So that I can do not just sitting here talking to you stuff, but we could go out and about as Shardvixen, and then I would do some just directly, like take a little GoPro camera, and we could go and visit the sights of the world outside, and then, but also I'd have those little happy faces come up, and you would kind of know when I was feeling happy, sad. I mean, voices can do a lot, but it'd be better to have some visuals for it and kind of spice up the vlog. And because that's what I like about Casey Neistat's vlogs. He has a little mixture of everything in them, and so that would be kind of, I think, fun down the road as we work towards it. Yes, I'm handicapped and disabled, so it takes a little longer to get things done. I've been trying to think of some things that people might want to hear, so I have a list of vlogs. But at any time, I could change those out if people wanted to leave a comment about something they wanted to know, or wanted to do a question or answer thing. But I still only have like 43 subs, and I'm not sure how many. Probably maybe 7 of them are active in watching the vlogs. So that's pretty good view count, but not really much in interaction. So we really want to try to get some interaction going. Sorry, scratch, scratch. What else? So Lillian Lloyd, I'm going to try to do something with a backdrop because I worked so hard on it. There's pictures of it on my Twitter. So I'm going to figure out a way to put it on this wall over here, and then Bobby Joe and I will do some puppetry stuff. But Lillian Lloyd also opens up to some stuff on Shardvixen's Magnificent channel, which will include, believe it or not, a toy review, just because that's the channel that I really kind of wanted to work on as being a children's sponsored by toy companies or something like that, who knows. This one is more for the animation and vlogging with some gaming in it, though I'm sure none of my gaming is very exciting to anybody because, like I said, I don't have the personality that makes people go, oh, I really want to sit and listen to her for 15 minutes. Though I can talk forever. Not everybody wants to listen forever. I'm going to recolor my hair, and I'm not sure if the lighting here is good, but it's a turquoise, kind of aqua, and then pink. And I think I'll put a purple tint to it. See what happens with this. It should go more blue. And then the pink should, of course, become either more pink or more purple. Depending on whether I use the actual pink or purple. I want to get a yellow. So I have the 3 primary colors, and then we can mix them up and see how that, like, if we can get a rainbow going on my head, that would be kind of cool. People always, I get a lot of people when I'm out about that one says, oh, I love your hair. What'd you do? How'd you do it? Color-wise. Or, aren't you a bit old to have your hair pink? But my goal was always to be at 50 to have pink hair. To have a mohawk and have pink hair. I opted out on the mohawk. I've had mohawks, but I, have let's pull it up here. I have what's called a monk cut, and that's where it's shaved all the way around, and then you just have the hair on the top. There you go. That looks really cute. What do you guys think? La 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 la. I had it all puffed up the other day. It's at its end of its curls, you see, because you have to keep separating the curls out, and now they've all fizzed on the bottom, so I have to do a coconut oil thing for my hair. There's some nice curls there. Ooh, I'm so beautiful. So Rambling 101 really is just addressing things that are going on. Still not really happy about Trump. I was rather excited by the idea that they decide he can't own property while he's a president. it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I just saw on a newscast that he made 150 million last year and paid 38 million in federal taxes. It blows my mind away. I have a hard time imagining a million. Once read a little kid's book that told you how to convey what you know in your head to what an actual million is, and like you can't count to a million. If you're counting things, it's really hard to count to a million. The highest I've ever gotten counting was 2 hours, I think, and I counted, I want to say 6,000 footsteps, which works out to be a mile. And you're going, what the heck? I used to have to walk a lot, and when I walked, I counted the steps, because feet, the measurement of a foot, 12 inches, is basically the average length of a human foot. And so you can use your foot to measure out a foot, thereabouts. The bigger you are, of course, the better, closer to the foot that you would be. But it's 5,000 and something feet equals a mile. So you can actually count out a mile while you're walking if you're good at keeping track of your counting. There's a bit of a ramble for you. So when I had to walk all the time in between when my cars would break and I wouldn't have enough money to fix them, I lived in California. I lived in a place that it was a good 10 miles, 5 miles to the next stop, sometimes to catch a bus. So I hated waiting for the buses because it took them so long to get around. I'd just walk because I have this thing about time being wasted. Like, you could do something with time, even if it's sleeping or reading or thinking about ideas. The fact of just standing in one place and not using that energy you have is rather frustrating for me. So I tend to want to walk when I have to ride a bus. My daughter will be, she who shall not be named, will be getting her driver's license again, and I won't have to drive as much, so that'll be good, because I've been struggling with my my medications. I don't want to take medication, so I have to figure out a way to struggle through the pain. I dropped one of my medications, and I've had nothing but like the feeling of what I call it is either somebody throwing me down the stairs repeatedly, or being in a rock tumbler. You know how the rock tumbler, when you move it, goes, and the thing inside rotates. Well, that's how my body feels. It's very sore and bruisey all over it, and achy. Though where I live, it rains a lot, and if it gets cold and rainy, I get kind of achy, which I guess could be an age thing. I don't know. I've had it most of my life. It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I have all my life. Anyway, to go back to Shad Magnificent channel, that channel will have arts and crafts. I'm gonna hope to get that going. My latest craft was building a dollhouse for my grandson, and that's done. So now I have to, but the cats love it, so I have to build a cat house the same way I built the dollhouse, and then get that all set up so they can live in their cat house. I might make one. I have a cat who's taken up in my garage, refuses to come in the house, will only be petted when she's hungry. So I might build her one out there too, so she can stay warm and cool and whatever. Alright, so we're coming to the end of the Rambling 101. I don't have much that I ever want to talk about. I have all those burning questions we all have, like what really happened to the dinosaurs, and if there was life on Mars, what happened to Mars, and how long ago did it happen. And now that we've discovered there's planets out there that are basically Earth-like planets, but there's nothing on them, did we cruise through space, killing everything, then crash land here, killing off the dinosaurs, and became kind of had to reinvent ourselves, so we merged ourselves in the hominids running around, and thus the parasite known as humans started. There will be no animation on this Rambling 101. In fact, unless I come up with a preset animation for Rambling 101, there won't be any. And this is the end of my time here. Any questions you have, please list them. I'll address them. I read my comments, of course. Well, I'm so small, I wouldn't read my comments. But the plan is that those comments eventually, like I said, Lily and Lloyd will start addressing those and having conversations about them, and they may or may not be something, funny or not funny. Anyway, I'm out here. Catch you all on the flip side. Peace.